Good morning, guys. Now, what's one thing that all of us want in our Humvees come summer? AC, right? Because let's face it, these things are ovens when the heat is on. So, today I am going to attempt to install an AC system. Now, this is not a red dot military 24 volt AC system. This is a 12 volt AC kit from Vintage Air. And a lot of you that have classic cars, Corvettes, old Camaros, stuff like that, know that this is the go-to kit for hot rods, right? So I did install a 24 to 12 volt step down in my Humvee, and today I will attach the AC to that. Let's have a look at the parts. So where do I buy one of these from, you may ask? Easy answer, eBay. Go on eBay, search for Universal AC Kit 12 volt, and you probably get one for between $500 to $650. So this is what the 12 volt Universal AC kit looks like. It usually has a condenser fan, a compressor, an underdash unit which contains an evaporator and a blower motor. It has hoses, it has fittings, a pressure switch, a dryer, clamps for that dryer, and a bunch of wires as well. All right, for the compressor, make sure the compressor is a V-belt compressor, the pulley, because the M998 usually has a V-belt. Other models of Humvees might have, a groove belt. So, a serpentine, make sure you know what belt your Humvee has. Usually the compressor that comes with these kits are a Sandin 505 or a 508. It takes PAG 68 or universal oil and an R134A refrigerant. Also, make sure it's a 12 volt compressor, not 24. One thing the kit does not come with is a compressor bracket. That is because you are putting it in a Humvee, an M998. So the bracket that you get would have to be for a 6.2 liter diesel. I bought my bracket from Black Dog Customs. They have a red dot compressor bracket, and this is for a 24 volt compressor. So you would have to cut down a little bit of the compressor bracket to fit the Sandin 505 or 508. But this is the right bracket to buy for a 6.2 liter engine. The condenser that comes with this kit is about 26 by 14. It's made of aluminum, and it comes with a fan assembly as well, a condenser fan. That's about 14 inches in diameter. It's a 12 volt 80 watt fan. The underdash unit consists of an evaporator and a blower motor. It is about 13,000 BTU. It is also 12 volt, and it has switches in the front and 4 louvers, 2 of which you can shut off. So Chris, how does all of this fit together in an M998 Humvee? I'm glad you asked. What I did was I took an M998 image and superimposed a 12 volt AC system over it, so you know how it sort of fits together, at least at the 50-foot level. So let's go through this. The evaporator / blower motor / underdash unit goes in the Humvee right around the passenger side of the doghouse. From there, a suction hose goes into the compressor. Now, from the compressor, we have a discharge hose that goes into the condenser. The condenser is attached to the condenser fan, and both of them sit on the coolant stack. From the condenser, we have one hose that comes out into the dryer or receiver, and we have a pressure switch attached to the dryer. Now, the last hose goes from the dryer all the way back into the evaporator. And that's how it all fits together in a nutshell. It may look easy, but the devil is in the details. There's Matilda, looking all pretty. Hey Matilda. And here's our work kit for the day. Let's have a better look at this head unit. This thing weighs about, I'd say 6 or 7 pounds, maybe a little more. So this has an evaporator and a blower, a motor in the back. It also has connections that go to your compressor in and out, some wiring, and it has a bunch of vents in the front. So you have a round vent on this side, you have a central vent over here, 2 of them, they both close. You have another vent on that side, and the on and off plus speed switch with an LED. On this side you have high and low. So this usually goes under the dash in most hot rods and classic cars. We will be mounting this on one of those radio trays. Alright, let's place this on and see where it goes. I'll be putting it exactly here. Let's have a look. See, a little offset. And the reason I do this is because we need clearance over here, because this is where the compressor has an in and out, right? So these have to clear the radio tray a little bit and go into the floor of the Humvee and then out into the engine bay through the firewall. Or maybe not through the firewall, just through the floor. Okay, so the compressor is installed. Got a new belt on. Still have to do the hoses for the in and out and the lines to the dryer. Right, so it makes sense that when you're working on the condenser, right, which goes right over there, and the condenser fan, it makes sense to remove the top grill. So that's what we'll do in a couple of seconds right now. All right, so this is how this sits. Currently, it's not at the right position, but I just wanted to show you where the connectors for the hoses on this side will go through the floor, right, and into the engine. These two are gonna have to fasten up here somehow. It's not sitting at the right height. I'm going to have to drill some holes here and put some rib nuts in so I can screw those in, that the whole thing comes out. And I'm going to have to extend those legs on the radio tray a little bit so it goes up. So let's talk about wiring. Whilst wiring this AC up, I did run out of red wire. So in some places, instead of the red, I've used black wire, and it looks a bit confusing if I were to show it to you on camera. So what I've done instead is create a visual diagram, the best I could possibly do, and it's all color coded. So let's go through this diagram. All right, here is my wiring diagram. Took me a while to put it all together. I want to thank James for looking over it and making sure, that's how it was actually wired on my truck. And I'm proud to say that I think this is the easiest to understand wiring diagram on the internet for a 12-volt AC kit, a universal one. And especially for the Humvee, right, for a 12-volt system. This is the easiest one you'll find. It's all color-coded. All right, so let's go through it from left to right. Top left, you have our 12-volt battery system. And you have power coming out of that battery system into the Orion 24 to 12-volt step-down. From there, it goes into the fuse box, which has, 12 lines in and out. Before we go beyond the fuse box, let's talk about the rest of the system. So we have a 30 amp 5-terminal relay and a 5-terminal connector. You can get this set at any O'Reilly's or Napa Parts, and I will put the part number in the description of this video. Right, so you have 5 colored wires coming out of that connector. You also have the evaporator blower at the bottom of the diagram there. You have the compressor to the right. You have the dryer with the pressure switch on it. And you have the condenser and condenser fan. First, let's connect the evaporator and blower to the fuse box. You have a red line, which is the positive, going into a 30 amp fuse in the fuse box, and you have a negative going to a negative terminal in the fuse box. The green wire from the evaporator connects to the blue wire on the 5-terminal connector. Now, the 5-terminal connector has 4 remaining wires. The blue one is already connected to the green from the evaporator. The red one is connected into the fuse box again, the positive wire, and the green one connects to the negative of the fuse box. The orange one, we just block it and cut it off. It doesn't go anywhere. Now the yellow one, the yellow wire connects to a positive wire, which goes all the way into the engine, into the pressure switch on the dryer. Now from the pressure switch, we have 2 wires coming out from the second connector. One of those wires goes into the fan positive, and the other one connects to the compressor positive. After that, the last wire you have from the fan, the negative, goes all the way back into the fuse box negative. And that's it. That's how you connect the whole system. Hopefully you put all this together and turn it on and it won't blow up. I'm just kidding. It shouldn't. This is fairly simple. Oh, this feels awesome. It feels so good, man. Oh, feels awesome. I am so happy right now. My truck finally has AC. There you can see the head unit. I still have to do a lot of work, putting rib nuts up there, fastening the whole thing together with L brackets. But yeah, this works great. And my truck was so nice and cool inside a few minutes ago. Really, really happy. Ooh, great success. Thanks for joining me for this one, guys. It was long, I know, but I'm glad it all worked out. Join me next time for another fun video. Till then, like, subscribe, share, comment, you know the drill. Bye.